Welcome, everyone. Hope you're staying cool, staying alive. If you're able to hook onto a Zoom meeting, then that probably is the case for all of you here. For our absent friends, I hope they're doing well. My name is Chad. Welcome to Stone Soup Poetry, the weekly gathering online that has been going on since 2020. God help me. The uh, the open mic is alive tonight with the prospect of tonight's feature, our closer, the one I've had booked since February and couldn't say anything until recently. Nina LaNegra is going to be our feature, our closer, our powerhouse tonight. We have it's going to be there's going to be music, words, celebration, YouTube links that I have to share, and we're ready for that. If there's anyone who's here for the first time that wants to participate in the open mic, please let me know in the chat. I would look forward to having you. For those of you who are on the open mic regularly, I'm putting you in and getting your name sorted according to the Randonator 5000. I'm excited for the group tonight. We also have a preview of our feature for next week on July 2nd. So we are good to go. And the first person I'd like to welcome up to the open mic would be Marianne Honecker. Good to have you back. Hailing from West Virginia. Probably not that much cooler down there.
No, it really isn't. We've got some ABCdarians here. The first one is called Swift Horse. Alter the air with your arrival. Bitter is the scent of daisies, but the coin of their faces radiates bliss. Don't grasp at the past, as thunderclouds electrified with both of our mistakes. Fuck your worries, fuck the future, it's now. Go ahead and let yourself breathe out. I have collected a beauty to counter island mentality, every fear. Just let your shoulders drop. Inhale, exhale. Keep waiting for exactly the right train. Little minutes fall like summer rain. My wish is to approach one drop, lock necklace latch around it, live forever. On your shoulders, drooping down, a trench coat padded with fears. Air it out. Let it whip quietly in the wind. Now the quick hours rush by, each a molecule of air. In such a maelstrom we've let a decade die. The sun is a bright hell beating down on us, screaming, Minutes! How many have you used vainly? Hair grows by months upon months. Water slowly seeps week by week through the xylem of trees. They drink, languid. I was young and slim as a sprite moments ago. Zed, Omega, gallops toward me, swift horse. One other called ISO, A Map to the Now. Astor's mad yellow center shouts out, See! But my eyes wear film like Saul's. In a fog, contrary to desire, nothing is shaped, dotted, crossed, punctuated as should be. Every day, helpless, I'm enclosed by mist. Fins of some enormous fish touch my cheek. Ground where my feet stand is clear. One more step, haunted all around. Old love sat in immaculate velvet chairs like crowned kings. June bugs green is insistent, glossy, deep. Kingdom of my soul, what can I scribe by luminous carapace? I've lost the thread. My eyes wear film like saws. I fumble for notches, handles, keyholes. Where is the door? Open the windows. I scry in mirror, pewter jug, puddle, glass filled up, nothing. Quivering with hunger, tongue dry with thirst. Room in room, door after door, obsolete. Say some, the waiting is more delicious than the consummation. For fuck's sake, I'm underweight. I haven't eaten in days. Variations on the now of now worn out. It's so hard to step in that room. Xerox me a map to the present tense. Your guidance is needed, unless you'll just zip through the pat answers to all questions. That's all. Thank you.
And the open mic has begun. Thank you, Marianne. If the last decade died, what about all the other decades? I feel like we're getting the shit beat out of us by the 80s still. That decade has not died yet. Anyway, we are moving on to our next poet speaker. I'd like to welcome up Richard Spizak. Oh, sorry if I got to you in the middle of an edit.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. You are the foreground, my fellow poets. Thank you all for coming. I have two little tiny pieces for you. Neither one as long as the second Trump administration. This first one is called No More War. If perhaps you think like me, not one more innocent life need be sacrificed to let us free. No politician is hardly ever threatened or Gatling guns or by explosions deafened. These madmen who plot and plan the choice of war rarely, if ever, find a soldier at their door. They spend the lives of humans as they plan the slaughter, heedless of the price in someone else's sons and daughters. They pound their chests and scream like apes, yet they never seem to ever face the sight of those who lost their sons and daughters, felled by the knives of lives, then fallen to bloody slaughter, husbands and wives. The cultivation of death machines drains the coffers and poisons dreams that they can somehow calculate in long division the many human lives they steal with their heartless decisions. Front lines drawn down upon the earth. Should they avail us somehow? Not even in mirth. Yet these lines somehow divide in the minds of men. They delineate neighbors, somehow mark some as foreigners and no longer friends, long lost neighbors. Friends and clans stand somehow different, separated in these political plans. Human lives upon the earth, yet these silly lines that should mean so much less than mirth, and yet they somehow reason to bristle and mark as deadly people who are life quite friendly. No wonder mistrust abounds in men with such short-sighted fools making dangerous plans. I pray for peace and ask you to link hands in hope. Perhaps we'll have reasons to dance and treat this as the proper joke. We'll celebrate a peace that lasts, and all the warmongers die off. May they quickly and quietly pass, leaving only pretty flowers in the grass. And then this economic little piece called When They Overprice the Roofs Above Our Heads. Since the price is so very dear, we'll be tenting, it seems, this time next year. And given the cost of a box of roofing tiles, you may work 10 long years, plus a little while longer, while the investment community, in pursuit of profits, has decided to claim the domicile, and you must dare not scoff it. Because, what the hell, you can't compare a place to sleep versus the profits so stratospheric, climbing higher ever so steep. Even the price of cremation is heaven high, and shock the living and stir the dead, it must be said, who you must see to be disposed of proper can quite easily just insert them in any old popcorn popper. We spoke with an attorney the other day about what it seems to put your party favors away, and just how precisely your affairs must be put in order in case, after all, your soul suddenly makes that last fast dash for the border. Woe is those who leave their droppings, alas, in disorder. And what about your jangling trinkets and all that other stuff? The debris accumulated atop the dresser, and that lesser down there with the dust bunnies beneath your shelf. Most of this stuff will go a winging to a willing dumpster. We have few expectations they'll be wanted by one of our hungry, even ever needy youngsters. If there'll be a bit of news way down under in Australia, it seems they've designed a hole in their infrastructure, with homes priced streaking so sky high that people suffer higher and higher, creeping into realms celestial. Now, so currently currency is defined, investments in building which might otherwise have been residential. They tell us they'd sell us $1 million deal. That's now the price of the average house. Surreal. And if you buy one of them, you have to sell or at least rent out your spouse. And subtler, the hallway closet, some itinerant salesman mouse. They want $1 million or more for a modest little house. You heard the score? What the hell are they thinking? Have they priced all the humans till they're living out of doors? What's it for? Thank you, my friends.
Thank you, Richard. Check out Richard's work in Oddball Magazine. He has work forthcoming and presently from this week at oddballmagazine.com.
My honor.
Thank you. And honor's mine. Let's welcome up past feature and current open micer, Nike Truth.
Good evening, everyone. I have a work in progress called Oh Ye. A tender mountain is bursting through my skin. It is a spicy pain in the valley of the tailbone. The scrubsman told me you only catch it when you've committed grave sins. It's avoidable with the right insurance, though. They gave me 2 weeks worth of candy to ignore the burning. The enzymes sharpen my teeth and strengthen my nails. Quills poke through my skin and fungi blossom across my limbs like moss. My stomach grows twice its size and digests bone. My breath will be thick and peel paint. Proteins will shift, and I'll smell the nuance between sweet and sour nothings. Maybe cartilage will expand, and I'll have wings that rupture the chrysalis and vocal cords that are lightning against the black sky. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikki. Let's see who we can bring up next. I would love to bring up next. Let's bring up Mr. Bill Lewis.
Somebody's coming in. Louder sing cuckoo, cuckoo. Louder sing cuckoo. Groweth said and bloweth med and springeth the wood new. Sing cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Sing cuckoo. You blazeth after loam, lus blazeth after coo a cow, bullocks therta, bucka verta, Murray sing cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Well sing thou new thoo, we sweet news ever new, sing cuckoo, cuckoo, sing cuckoo. Oh, yes, the good old days. This modern poetry, man, it is so boring. I had it in the old days. Ah, well, I have a great poem. Curse the evil Donald Trump. He's messing up our wars. We know his kind of cabinet. They're all just Putin whores. Stopping Pakistan and India from fighting with their nukes. That was his only success. Trust me, the rest were flukes. Rwanda and the Congo, we don't even know where they are. Croatia and Serbia, that they're far. A 12-day war. Who says it's done? Iran is known for lying, and Bibi loves to bomb the kids and leave the mothers crying. And then I go on and on and on and on. And I don't need to do that because there it is. It is insane. Why is the left cheering on the war and the right is ending the war? What is going on in our world? Oh, well, it is a weird thing. Mr. Chad, would you be so kind as to allow me to share the screen? I want
Already
to
done.
show you what is my advertisement, so to speak, for outschool.com. Let's see, I should be able to turn my. I hope I am sharing sound. Sound, 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 sound. Computer audio. Is that right? Did I just blow it?
Go after you share screen, go to the top and then click on the share screen option, share sound.
Oh,
Go to the top of your screen where it says share screen.
oh, I am getting utterly lost. I see share and share sound. Oh, there it is.
That's it.
Thank you. They changed it on me. Anyway, so I'm doing a really bad job of this. As you know, I teach high school computer science, and here is my advertisement. Hi, My name is Bill Lewis, and I love computer science. I have had the incredible opportunity to do artificial intelligence work at Stanford Research Institute, studying voting technology at MIT's Media Lab, and do genetics research at the Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard. I got to teach at Stanford and Tufts universities, and I did IDE development at Sun Microsystems, where some of my friends came up with this really neat new language called Java. And now it is my turn to share with you my journey through computer science, its history, its people, the amazing accomplishments of my own friends, along with a whole passel of programs. We are going to write a Sudoku solver, a Mandelbrot explorer, a Lisp interpreter, a multi-threaded web server, a theorem prover, a networked Chinese checkers playing program, and we'll explore a whole bunch of really, really cool ideas. Looking forward to seeing you this fall. And so that goes up on the OutSchool website, and all the kids and students and teachers will look at it and say, wow, isn't Bill wonderful? So there it is. Happy today.
Thank you so much, Bill. I'd like to bring it over to Miss Jan Rowe, if you're ready.
Hi. I've been working on a piece about outdoor roller skating, and I realized I had to say it was four wheels. But I'm going to read this piece I read last week because I made the first one for Black Seed Writers, and that's usually a good sign. Do you remember the song Let Me In, Wee You, Ooh, Wee You? Let Me In was one of the writing topics at Black Seed Writers Tuesday morning, Cathedral St. Paul, Park Street by Brewer's Fountain. A lyric from the 1960s, Wee You, Ooh, Wee You. Musical memory is strong. I was about 11, sixth grade. So over a half century ago, Sunday afternoons, roller rink skating upstairs. I remember teens walking the stairs in roller rink skates. This was in Brownsville, 35 miles south of Pittsburgh, on the north flowing Monongahela, going to meet the Allegheny and become the Ohio at Pittsburgh. So we would be roller skating in an oval on the second floor. Some skaters managed to click their wheels to accompany the wee oo, ooh, wee oo. Afterwards, we would walk one of our friends home late afternoon across the intercounty bridge between Fayette and Green. So the song Let Me In Wee You from the 1960s is available on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you.
Robert Fleming recommended a Wii U duet from both you and James, Jan. I'll give you a week to prepare. Up next, we have Kim Coveni, who I hope has a poem for us.
Okay, it was requested that I read a poem in Spanish and a translation. Which would you rather hear first? Spanish or English?
Let's do the Spanish first.
I agree.
Okay. This is actually a poem that was honorable mention at the New England Poetry Club a couple of years ago. It's from Mónica Ojeda, who's an Ecuadorian writer who lives in Spain. And the book is called Historia de la Leche. Papá, tú querías un hijo y, en cambio, te nació esta cabeza una planta que crece hacia adentro, una uña, un estanque. Por eso dijiste, callado a la placenta, un hijo es un hombre. Creías que serlo era irse callado de pesca, pescar la vida, sacarla del agua. Y me llevas a pescar para que aprenda a ser un hombre, para que saque de la vida algo tibio que matar. Matar te hace hombre, me dijiste. Creías que serlo era irse risueño de caza, empuñar un rifle a un corazón con astas, reventarle el cráneo a la vida. Tú piensas que eso que se inventa el bosque es un hombre, y me llevas a cazar contigo para que lo vea. Me enseñas a dispararle a un árbol, a una nube todavía niña en mi cerebro, porque pienso demasiado fácil, dices, porque pienso cosas que se atraviesan. Y en cambio, un hombre no arde de útero, dice la madre coja de las axilas, ni sangra en los pasillos, ni riega su leche sobre las ecografías abiertas, ni se mete el dedo índice para tocar a Dios en un volcán de pelvis. Una hija mata, pero como un hombre respirando al revés, en mitad del bosque. Un amor umbilical rodeándote la manzana. Una hija es un ojo que muerde, una mandíbula de leche, un anzuelo al cielo de los cabellos. Por eso, pesca la muerte, dice mamá, lamiendo la escopeta. Caza la vida, como una hija que es un hombre y una cabeza, como un río en una sábana de dientes mastodónticos, y el sexo abierto de las balas goteando sobre la encimera. And in English, Papa, you wanted a son, and yet this head was born to you. An ingrowing plant, a fingernail, a pond. So you said quietly to the placenta, "My child is a man." You thought to be a man meant to quietly go fishing, to fish for life, to catch it in the water. And you take me fishing so I can learn to be a man. So in life I can catch something warm to kill. Killing makes you a man, you told me. You thought to be one meant to merrily go hunting, to aim a rifle at a heart with horns, blow the brains out of life. You think the thing the forest dreams up is a man, and you take me hunting so I can see for myself. You teach me to shoot at a tree, at a cloud, still a little girl in my mind. Because I think too easy, you say, because I think things that cut through each other. And yet a man isn't crippled by cramps, says the lame in the armpit's mother. He doesn't bleed in the hallways, or spray his milk over open sonograms, or shove his index finger up to touch God in a volcanic pelvis. A daughter kills, but like a man breathing backwards, deep in the woods. An umbilical love that snakes around your apple. A daughter is an eye that takes a bite, a milk jaw, a lure to heaven full of hair. So, fish for death, Mama says as she licks the shotgun. Hunt for life. Like a daughter who is a man and a head. Like a river on a sheet of mammoth teeth. And the bullets open sex, dripping all over the counter.
John and I were stuck on the line of heart with the heart, shooting a heart with horns. That or killing a heart with horns. That was that's a fantastic translation. Very wonderful. We have our feature coming up after a few more open micers, but this next open micer is also a preview of next week's feature. Let's welcome up Jackie Chow and thank her for.
Hi, Chad. So happy that you invited me to read next week. Now I'm just going to read two new poems, which I will likely read next week as well. This one is called A Girl I Friended by Mistake Finishes Law School. You wear my dreams on your chest, glittery sashes, medallions, collars of your dresses, dreams I cut apart, shreds of clothing falling from my second-story balcony. Dreams I gave up inside sirened cop cars and mental hospitals. Dreams I've lived vicariously through glossy photos of your ordinary life. And this next poem I'm going to read is called Christmas in June. You gift me yellow roses instead of potted poinsettias, a straw sombrero from Alvera Street, pulled out of a black plastic bag, instead of a sweater from Macy's, wrapped in glossy paper, a lucky bamboo plant instead of a pine tree, dressed in baubles and string lights, a heart warmed by the sun, not frozen in snow, to celebrate a day that exists only between you and me. Thank you. Just two short poems.
And there's more where that came from next week. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. A nice little palate cleanser before we have to enjoy a big patriotic America fuck yeah burger next Friday.
Okay.
So I find it a perfect palate cleanser between World War III hashtagging all last this past weekend and this coming Friday. But
Yes.
anyway, on to other things. Let's go now to Mr. John Wezick.
So cool, so cool. I think I can still share the screen. Let's see if I can do it. Ah, excellent. Share that. You see that? That's Salvador Dali's Lobster Telephone. And I wrote a little poem to update it. It's called Cell Phone Étouffée. Peel and devein the cell phones, being careful to remove the lithium batteries. Chiffonade a handlebar mustache and set aside. Pluck a floating elephant from the clouds, squeeze out the flammable hydrogen before bringing it indoors. Puree the elephant in batches in a food processor. The excess will keep for up to 6 months in your freezer. Melt 3 clocks in a frying pan. Add 3 tablespoons of ground elephant and whisk to combine. Continue whisking until the raw elephant smell is gone to make a roux. Toss in the holy trinity of burning giraffes, rhinoceros horn, and scaffolding. Saute until softened and beginning to caramelize. Pour in a violin and simmer for 20 minutes until thickened. Add the cell phones and cook over medium until heated. Top with chiffonade and garnish with an apple wearing a bowler hat. And there you go, cell phone étouffée. Make it tonight, won't you?
Good Lord. I really thought you made lobster telephone up. I really did.
No, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. You know, I first saw him in I think it was in London. There was like a Dolly exposition, and maybe it was at the Tate Modern. And there you go. You know, you got this old dial telephone with a lobster shell stuck on top of the handpiece. And there's a quote by Dolly that said, you know, whenever I order a lobster in a restaurant, I think they will bring me a melted telephone. So you have that.
Nice. Up next, I think we've checked off almost all the boxes. The next box is visual poet from Lewis, Delaware. Let's bring up Mr. Robert Fleming.
Good evening. I'm Robert Fleming, a visual poet and digital artist from Lewis, Delaware. Tonight, I'm going to offer a new cold reading of a classic love scene from the movie Taxi Driver.
Are you reviving the Stone Soup Players, Robert?
Yes, that's what we're doing tonight.
I
Just
guess
for
we need volunteers. I guess we need
Can
to
I be
gang
Travis
back.
Bickle? Can I be Travis Bickle? Can I be Travis Bickle?
Yes, let me just first set the scene first. This is the scene. This is the scene where the taxi driver, who has been watching from outside an office, this woman who enters the office and solicits her for a date. And then this is the photograph of them on the date. The movie Taxi Driver was released February 8th, 1976. It was directed by Martin Scorsese. And in the picture, we have Robert De Niro as the man and Sybil Shepherd as the woman. And it was written by Paul Schrader. So the motivation of the man is to get the woman to agree to go on a date. And there's three characters in this sequence. There is the taxi driver, and then there is the woman he's trying to pick up, their office mate, and then the stage directions. So I think we had a volunteer for the taxi driver. That was John, right? John is going to be the taxi driver. So now we need a volunteer for
I'll be Sybil Shepherd. I'll be her. I'd be
Okay.
great Sybil Shepherd.
Wonderful, Bill. Bill's going to be the Sybil, and then we need the office mate, which is Tom.
Albert Brooks.
Yes, can we get a volunteer for Tom, the office mate? Kim, I see you smiling. It's calling you. It's just reading on a screen.
I have no idea what you guys are doing. So
We're
that's so good.
I'll volunteer this one time just to get Kim accustomed. For those of you who don't know, Robert likes taking various scenes from movies and having them enacted by the least likely people around. But
And would anybody like to read the script directions, or would people like me to read that?
I think you should read those.
Okay, I'll read that. Okay. So now we're going to share the screen, the script. This is the original movie script. Across the street from headquarters, Travis is striding briskly across Broadway toward Palatine headquarters. He's dressed the best we have seen him. His pants, not jeans, are pressed. His boots shined, his hair combed. Under his army jacket, he wears a freshly laundered shirt and Ivy League tie. He drops his cigarette, steps on it, and walks in. Watching Travis enter Palatine's headquarters, we are surprised to realize that Travis is really quite attractive. His deformities are psychological, not physical. He believes he is cursed, and therefore he is. Travis walks briskly into the office and heads towards Betsy's desk. Tom walks over to greet him, but Travis ignores him. Travis has the first line.
I want to volunteer.
As the camera examines Travis's face more closely, one can see the hollowness wrought by lack of sleep and sufficient diet. Now we have Tom. Is that you, Chad? You're muted.
Sorry, if you'll come this way.
No, I want to volunteer to you.
Betsy waves Tom's off with a short gesture, indicating everything is okay. He walks away.
And why is that?
Because you are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen.
Betsy is momentarily taken back, but pleased. Travis's presence has a definite sexual charge. He has those star quality Betsy looks for. She senses there's something special about the young man who stands before her. And then, too, there is that disarming smile. He is, as Betsy would say, fascinating.
Is that so? But what do you think of Charles Palantine?
Who, ma'am?
Charles Palantine, the man you want to volunteer to help elect president.
Oh, I think he's a wonderful man. Make a great, great president.
You wish to canvass?
Yes, ma'am.
Betsy is interviewing Travis, but she is also teasing him a little, leading him on in a gentle, feminine way.
How do you feel about Senator Palatine's stand on welfare?
This takes Travis back a bit. He obviously doesn't have the slightest idea what Palatine's stand on welfare is. In fact, he doesn't have any idea about politics. Travis thinks a moment, then improvises an answer.
Welfare, ma'am? I think the senator is right. People should work for a living. I do. I like to work every day. Get those old coots off there and make them work for a change.
Betsy does a double take. This isn't exactly Palatine's position on welfare. She remains intrigued by Travis.
Well, that's not exactly what the senator has proposed. You might not want to canvass, but there is plenty more work that we need done. Office work, filing, poster hanging.
I'm a good worker, Betsy, ma'am, a real good worker.
If you talk to Tom, he'll assign you to something.
If you don't mind, ma'am, I'd rather work for you.
Well, we're all working tonight.
Well, Betsy, ma'am, I drive a taxi at night.
Well then, what is it you exactly want to do?
If you don't mind, ma'am, I'd be mighty pleased if you go out and have some coffee and pie with me.
Betsy doesn't know quite what to make of Travis. She is curious, intrigued, tantalized. Like a moth, she draws closer to the flame.
Why?
Well, Betsy, ma'am, I drive by this place here in my taxi many times a day, and I watch you sitting there at this big, long desk with these telephones, and I say to myself, that's a lonely girl. She needs a friend, and I'm gonna be her friend. Travis, really,
Travis,
that's you.
Travis rarely smiles, but when he does, his whole face glows. It is as if he is able to tap an inner reserve of charm, unknown even to himself. Betsy is completely disarmed.
I don't know.
It's just to the corner, ma'am, and in broad daytime, nothing can happen. I'll be there to protect you.
All right. All right, I'm taking a break at 4 o'clock. If you're there, then we'll go to the corner and have some coffee and pie.
Oh, I appreciate that, Betsy. Man, I'll be here at 4 o'clock exactly. And Betsy,
Yes.
my name is Travis.
Thank you, Travis.
Travis nods, turns, and exits. Tom, who has been watching this interchange with a pseudo standoffish air, steps over to Betsy. His manner demands some sort of explanation of what Betsy was doing. Betsy simply shrugs. It's really none of his business and says,
I'm just going to find out what the cabbies are thinking.
Thank you. And that was one of the scenes from the movie Taxi Driver, which was released in 1976, directed by Martin Scorsese and written by Paul Schrader. And thank you for the Stone Soup cold, uh, cold reading for the cold Stone Soup players.
Are you talking to me?
I am talking to you.
You must be talking. I'm talking to somebody. I'm the only one here.
I only had one line and I flubbed it, but I wanted to ad lib to Betsy. You'll be sorry. But anyway, let us go
He
now.
was a very nice boy. He had that sparkle in his eyes that a girl can't.
You haven't seen the movie, or at least not in
It's
the
it's it's
while.
just pie and coffee, Chad. I'll be there to protect her.
Oh God. Let us now go to Mr. Jason Wright, who hopefully is not careening down the highway at 70 miles an hour if he wants to read a poem.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Jason. Do you have something to read?
I do.
Okay.
Mhm. All right, give me a second.
We have our
Great Zoom. Great Zoom. Lots of fun. I haven't joined in a while. All right, so this is my poem Arcade, just published. Playing in so this one's about a dream I had where I went to this arcade and No Effects was there and it was like a punk rock arcade. Okay. Playing in the punk made arcade. No Effects and the band played Desolation Row. And the mind made sense of the promenade. Felt relaxed while time ticked like a grenade. The girl was a time bomb, stayed on the page. Rancid walked on comfortably while in REM. Rested off the venom, rested so easily. Nice to be me in my dream, waiting for reality to catch up to me. Can't sleep the day away. Must get back to that punk made arcade. I can
Thank
read
you.
another one.
Oh, if you got time, cool, cool. If you
I
got it,
got
sure.
another one. It's the Lone Book Christmas. I'm kidding. I'll never read it. Like what it looks like on my thing. But I'll read you my poem from last week. Actually, I'll just read you one of my poems.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Poem for 1 o'clock. Having the day of a ghost rewrite. Figure out like this life works like Saturday night. Figure it out crazy as a heart attack. This is as crazy as life's remix. And they remix that. Figure it out. His mind went to the new to tow truck. That's why he's waking up feeling free as a heart attack. That's why he's waking dormant, waiting for the day to get back to the store. That's why he has no patience no more. Call him doctor, his compliment no more. And I got one more. All right. Tired. I can't sleep. Something motivates me to keep on breathing. Daydreaming. My mind is a token. Lord of the Rings, mix of Baltimore and Mars Volta. World's gone on too far, but still hold on. That sickness of the stone, unstrung, songs unsung. Never be alone again. Got the madman in my head, feeding me pencil lead, rhyming to the sake of something to do with my hand. Keep typing on my digital typewriter till you understand. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Jason. Please drive safely. Good God. Let's unless that's a driving simulator, keep your both hands on the wheel now. Let's oh, and speaking of someone behind the car, behind the wheel of a large automobile, we have Silent E herself. If I don't know if she wants to read or if she's just there to listen.
Hello, hello. I will be listening from now but when I get to my destination, I'll read.
Okay, I guess it'll be the encore piece, but for
Hey,
now,
hey, Chad,
what,
Chad, Chad,
what?
Chad. Are we
Yeah,
podcasting tomorrow?
I
All
guess so.
right, eight
I hope
o'clock.
so.
I'm gonna be at the library,
I'll
but
keep
we're
me posted.
podcasting tomorrow, right?
Okay, I'll see you in a bit. I'll talk to you
All
then.
right, buddy.
See ya.
Love you.
See ya. Okay, let's close the open mic with Mr. James Van Loy of Oddball Magazine. Check out his column. It's all one thing, and we will, and then we will have our feature. But let's bring up Mr. Van Loy himself. No doubt with some
Thanks,
poetry, no doubt with some music. Take it away.
thanks, Chad. So this is a poem here, which is from a reading in the I Ching, number 36. It's called Wounding of the Light. So this is from the Book of Changes, the Chinese Book of Changes. I throw darkening of the light with no changing lives. So stuck in the rote roll, I go around a break blister on my second toe. And still no other shoe to be found until the television starts talking to itself and the rain is falling and falling, this deluge that won't just go away. And I'm doing my very, very own Christian yoga, and it's like Kali the mouth has been the deep consciousness cave of the bellowing four winds that issue forth Zim Zoom, Zazen, the mouth of the living awareness that can allow us the simple grace of knowing what we don't have to do in this world, burning away the trash, a controlled burn, completely and totally rash. And I have a song here for you. I stand at your gate, and the song that I sing is of moonlight. I stand and I wait for the touch of your hand in the June night. The roses are sighing a moonlight serenade. The stars are aglow, and tonight, how the night sets me dreaming, my love. Do you know that your eyes are like stars brightly beaming? I bring you and I sing you a moonlight serenade. Let us stray till break of day in love's valley of dreams. Just you and I, a summer sky, a heavenly breeze kissing the trees. So don't let me wait. Come to me tenderly in the June night. I stand at your gate and I sing you a song in the moonlight, a love song, my darling. A moonlight serenade. Thank you.
Thank you very much, James. Thanks to everyone who read with us tonight. With that, I'm going to remind you that Jackie Chow is our feature on July 2nd. I think we're going to have a regular open mic on the 9th. But we will follow that up with a feature by MP Carver, which is taking place on July 16th. It's going to be a lot of fun, and MP Carver is just fresh off of having helped to create and organize the immensely successful Massachusetts Poetry Festival. So, and she's featuring tonight, I believe, at the Walnut Street Cafe. So she is a busy beaver on a roll with a new book out from Lily Press, and I'm looking forward to finally giving her a reading. Tonight's reading, though, we do have. And I should also mention before I forget, the Boston Poetry Marathon will be going on this year. I should be announcing the dates in the next 24 hours, and with more cohesive information coming up. That's going to be taking place in August, and we do have a location that we're about to sign in the check for, and that is a day where normally it's over 100 poets reading over the course of 2 days, which I'm looking very much forward to. So we're going to get together and start sending out the emails. And it's an event that's been going on under one name or another for over 20 years. So I'm looking forward to helping to continue this alongside Christina Strong and Christina Liu and other volunteers. For tonight, Nina LaNegra has graced us with her presence. The wonderful bio reads as such. Nina is a proud nana to three grandsons, including a newly minted Boston Latin School graduate and a multi-talented creative force with decades of impact across media, education, and the arts. A former professor, award-winning journalist, and producer-director of 7 television and radio series, Nina also founded and hosted the longest-running open mic in Dudley Square, now Nubian Square. This ran for 13 years and became a beloved hub of expression and community. A published writer, poet, and visual artist, Nina is a fierce advocate for truth, transformation, and cultural celebration. After facing devastating health issues, she spent the last year courageously relearning how to walk and talk, a journey that only deepened her commitment to healing and creative resilience. Now, Nina channels her magic into making art, speaking truth, and nurturing life, whether in her storytelling, her mentorship, or her budding organic garden. She is also known as a longtime superhero to grassroots nonprofits, bringing equal parts heart and humor to every space she enters. Ladies and gentlemen, I want her bio writer. But also, ladies and gentlemen, let us, it is time. She has heard all your words. It's now time to hear hers. Put your hands together, let's say 50, 60 times. Renina.
Hi, everybody. That was great, Chad. I just want to say big up to you for holding down Stone Soup Poetry for so long. I don't even know how many years. How many years is it?
Well, Stone Soup's been around for over 50. I will mark my 20th year
Yeah.
this September.
Yeah. Congratulations. Is everybody clapping for Chad? And I definitely want to clap for everybody who came on the open mic. You guys are a lot of fun. I mean, I've been missing this for a minute. I tried to get on here a couple times, but I kept getting bounced off for some reason. And my memory's not what it used to be. But I'm so glad to be here. And I'm also glad to be here with both of my daughters and maybe a grandson or two. And a good friend from all the way down in Hotlanta. And I don't know who else is on here. There's 17 people on here, Chad.
I know, right?
Wow, it's great. And so today is a special day because if you add up all the numbers, I was trying to get here. Oh, wow, it'd be hot. What's your temperature down there, April? There's because it was 90 something up here. If you add up all the numbers for today's date, you come out with the number 22, or at least I do. And that is a very significant number. It's a master builder number, and it's an opportunity for spiritual development. And we know that that is definitely needed down in Washington, D.C. and other places over in the so-called Middle East. It's a time for transformation, finding balance, and embracing your potential for great achievements and aligning your actions with soul's purpose, with your soul's purpose. So I'm going to take this as a call to action. And when I was rooting through trying to figure out what to bring to you, I had some difficulty making up my mind because I couldn't find all my completed pieces. So instead, I bring you pieces that are in progress, and they span maybe 20 years. And some of them are really short. So this is a call to action, a stepping into your power, a pursuit of dreams with confidence, creating a positive impact on the world around you. I'm not here to impress you, oppress you, address you. I'm merely here to express me, caress me, coalesce me, love my ancestress. There's been too much excess, too much state of depress. I confess I used to distress about appearing in full dress, trying to impress, while no longer, let's do that again. Ooh. One of the challenges that I've been facing has been with my vision. So I think I'm seeing something, and that's not really what it is. So I may ad lib from time to time. But I have a bounty of seeds that I spread before sunset for discipline of true nature expressed. Cathartic school. Oh, geez. Okay, so let's talk about the past. Let me start further back than the written word. Let me go to the first link on the sheet, Chad, if you would. Can you play that for me? I think it's appropriate.
Just give me a second. Here we go. The first link you sent to me.
Yes, yeah,
All
summertime.
Right. Whoops. Give me one sec.
Sure.
Well, I forgot to share the sound. Now I shall share the sound. Here we are.
That's the first one?
Oh, I thought that was. Oh, let me see the windmills. Oh, here.
No, the one before that. Nope, before
No, no,
that.
no. Oh, Abby. Oh, here we go.
Yes.
My bad.
Since y'all were doing old stuff, I figured you might have an appreciation for this. Can you turn the volume down just a little bit? I'm going to talk over it. Thank you. This is Abby Mitchell, Bria Mitchell, and she recorded this in 1935. She was the very first person to record it. It was written by George Gershwin from the opera called Porgy and Bess. And so it was set in 1935, Charleston, South Carolina. So if, in case you don't know, in case you'd like to know, 1935, South Carolina was the home of Jim Crow, the KKK, lynching of Black people. It was a tough time. And so this is where one set of my grandparents were from. So I want you to feel this because I think it's really important to feel some identity towards something, or even to identify with things that aren't like you, but they are like you because they're human. So part of my family is Gullah Geechee from South Carolina and Georgia. And the other part of my family, and you can play the next piece, please. The other part of my family is Mexican and Black, unknown Black, because of the way the conditions were in Richmond, Virginia. The fact that they got back that far is pretty big. But I have mixed ancestry. And even though I didn't include all the mixes, these are the two main mixes.
Is this the next one?
Yes, please. You may recognize this from a movie. She's singing about La Llorona, which is a Mexican myth. Myth doesn't mean it's not true. And that's La Llorona right there approaching. She would abduct children into the water and drown them.
Salías de un templo un día, llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Salías de
So this is the other side of my family, who is part Mexican and part Black. My grandmother's part Mexican, my grandfather's Black. And these things didn't always mix together so well. You know, sometimes it was like oil and water to mix these things, mix these bloods. Llorona. I just found this piece today. And I think it kind of leads to where my comfort with sadness comes from. Very melancholy. So if anybody knows about Dia de los Muertos, then you know that Mexicans love to embrace magical realism and death and mix it in with life. And they're not all as they're depicted in media by the Orange Menace. I want to show you something now. So, Chad, you can skip to the next link, please. So we come from the 1930s to the 1960s. When this song came out, I was living in Puerto Rico. And for my family, Puerto Rico was the compromise. It wasn't out of the United States, but they did speak Spanish there. So my father was happy and my mother was happy. And I used to love this song because this song reminded me so much of time and astrology and circles. And I just pulled this tarot card out today, the number 10, Wheel of Fortune. And am I back on screen again, Chad?
What was that? Move on to the next one.
No, if you could turn the camera. Am I on camera?
Let me get you on camera right now.
Thank you. I just want to show this card.
One sec. Why is this suddenly? Here we go.
Here we go. Can everybody see this? No.
I can see. Yes. Oh, we'll pull back.
Yes. No. Pull back.
Yes.
There.
Right.
Is it big enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is Wheel of Fortune, and if you see all of these things, it's important to understand about time. You know, you think of 60 seconds makes a minute, 60 minutes makes an hour, 24 hours makes a day, 365 days make a year, and so on. And that's small time, but that's not micro time, but that's small time. And so when you start looking into other philosophies and religions, they talk about big time, and astrology talks about big time. In Buddhism, they talk about kalpas. You know, kalpas are like 500 years, 1,000 years. They're like millennia and more. The Mayan people had a calendar that was broken down by 26,000 years at a time. And so they have the same thing in Buddhism. So when I see these wheels, it really brought home to me how connected we are to big time in our little time, in our little lives. They're actually quite huge. So we are in the universe, and the universe is in us. We are in the universe, and the universe is in us. We are in the universe, and the universe is in us. And the fact that I repeated that 3 times, that signifies, as it does in history, in writings, that if you say something 3 times, it has significance. It has more significance than if you said it once or if you said it twice. So we are in the universe, and the universe is in us. What was the brother that was talking about the Tao Ching, the Tao Te Ching? That's an expression from the Tao. We are in the universe, and the universe is in us. So I'm going to try to read you some of my work in progress, and hopefully you will receive it. This was written in 2005. This is what you see. Awoken at 3:19 a.m. to pee, to read, to pray, to release. Writing with a stolen pen after crying for my dead mother and institutionalized father, who I have ignored because the pain of losing my mother and caring for my father was too great a burden. My heart is heavy with sadness and grief, unexpressed and tormenting ties my body into further knots. I'm acknowledging what a burden of pain I have been hiding from myself, my children, my world. I'm swimming in raw sewage. I am swimming in a sea of pain. I am reeling from a tired, exhausted, uncreative brain, wrapped in fear, too choked and strangled to tear at the eyes. I'm writing because there's no other way to release this load, to embrace this awakening, except through meditation and more writing. I cannot meditate with random people, just like I cannot sweat with random people. Intention is 9/10 the battle. If there is an intentional community, if there is an intentional group that is focused on where we are, where we want to be there will make itself known. What would happen if an intentional group of artists, scientists, and spiritual people began to evolve intentionally toward a healing, toward a higher self, toward a deeper knowing? What would happen? How might the world change, grow, and expand? I feel an acceleration toward my own life, toward an internal deep healing and manifested to build change from within, to heal and teach others to heal. Art saves lives. The power of art and his sister, musica. Art heals souls. The power of art and his sister, musica. Art frees minds. The power of musica and her brother, art. Musica saves lives. Musica heals souls. Musica frees minds. That was 2005. And this one's a little hard to get to, but I'm gonna try. Recover from violence, abuse, rape, torture, recover from kidnapping, from terror, from destruction, recover from violation, humiliation, recover from death, doom, destruction, recover from the trail of tears, from the African Holocaust, from the transatlantic mayhem of Ma'afa, recover, recover, recover. The steps, the door of no return, return to recover, to rebuild, to rediscover, recover from the trials and tribulations, recover old ground, recover the sound of healing, the root cause, the blame of horror and shame, the ripping apart, the dying while trying the last gasp of memory before healing the root cause, the blame of horror and shame, the ripping apart, the dying while trying the last gasp of memory before you walk on the bottom of the sea, recover matricide. Before you realize that before being born into slavery is not the same as being a slave. Recover what the memories of enslavement are, recover what the Alzheimer's of no past, a repast of memory to recover, rediscover who and what we are, to draw the circle tighter, deeper, to understand that there is only breath, there is only ritual, there is only vision, deeply fixed on a focal point, buried deeply within, deeply fixed within, recover, recover, rediscover who and what you are. I never read that before. Oh, thank you. Here's a really short one written in 06. It's called The Mind. The mind has been crippled so badly to the point that it can't open its eyes to the ray of sunshine that is. That's that. Oh, and this one goes with, I think it's the next link. Let me just check. Chad, does it say what the next link is?
Let me see what our final link is. Do-do-do. Um, the Dear Rafi letter.
Yes. So
Okay.
this is actually two things in one. This is a reaction to the gentrification in my neighborhood, the destruction of the Harriet Tubman house, and for 55 luxury condos, and a letter that I wrote for a Colombian choreographer who I was doing a show with for a celebrity series in Boston. So it was back in September of 2020. So you'll see the two things together. I think it works, but then I have this short piece to go before it. It says, "When the pounding at Harriet Tubman starts, the rats will come and be everywhere." You can go ahead and play, please, Chad. This is the inside of the Harriet Tubman. It's being demolished, has guts being ripped out. This is what racism looks like. This is what greed looks like in Boston. In Boston, this is how we do it. We keep the process secret. We keep the community out. Our politicians rubber stamp it, and campaign donations get higher and higher. This is what racism looks like. This is what greed looks like in Boston. What does it look like in your neighborhood? The destruction of the community center that was created with the blood, sweat, and tears of community people to benefit wealthy white people in the south end of Boston. Is that what you want? We got rid, or we're getting rid of one evil in Washington, but we still have plenty of evil in Boston. Plenty of it. To go around for many people. Plenty of it.
Querido Rafi, mijo, it's been a long time since we last wrote. Han pasado tantas cosas. As you know, the old neighborhood is not what it used to be. Not only did the management company make over the building, which is nice, but many people have moved. Everyone is grateful for the update and all the hard work of Doña Lopes and Doña Ortiz to make it happen. But the hard part is what is happening outside our building, in other buildings and on the street. Grant Manor just had their rents double overnight. Imagínate, one day you're paying 30% of your income y la próxima it is doubled. How are poor people supposed to pay? And Rafi, remember how we sometimes saw gente con problemas regarding drogas? Well, now it's like we are living in a country that is only about drugs, homelessness, and crime. It is very painful to see people living in cardboard tents, rolling shopping carts filled with stuff, half naked and high on the sidewalk. And it's not just a few men. It is men, women, and teenagers, and they are everywhere. The new neighbors are so upset. Many are selling their condos and moving, but some are fighting it.
That was an incomplete video, but I think you get the idea. Try to mix together several things. The zombie apocalypse or the drug abuse problem that is still here in the South End and Newmarket and all over Boston, all over America, and gentrification. I also spent a lot of adult time working with the People Before Highways movement. There was a movement that happened more than 50 years ago where people organized in the South End, Roxbury, Jamaica Plain, Somerville, Cambridge, and beyond to stop the state from building an extension to the highway. In America, one of the main things that was happening is they were building state and federal highways through Black communities, taking homes through eminent domain and just displacing people outright. I lived next door to a woman at one point who was displaced twice, had her home taken twice in Boston. So it's a big deal about affordable housing, and I fought many a battle over it. Some of them we won and some of them we lost. Hard to know which is which. But let me give you a little bit more. This was written in on December 30th, but I don't know what year it was. It was before now, but it was close to the end of the year. Mother Earth, you are my life support system. As a soldier, I must drink your blue water, live inside your red clay, and eat your green skin. Help me to balance myself as you hold and balance the earth, the sea, and space environments. Help me to open my heart, knowing that the universe will feed me. I pray my boots will always kiss your face and my footsteps match your heartbeat. Carry my body through space and time. You are my connection to the universe and all that comes after. I am yours and you are mine. I salute you. And then from the movie, The Men Who Stare at Goats. I don't know who here has seen that, but it's a very interesting film. And there's just some dialogue that caught my attention from the movie. And it says, "Put the gun down, Larry." Larry puts the gun in his mouth. "Wow, I'm really hungry." Runs off toward food. "You're the mission, Bob. Tell him what happened." Like all shaman, they return to the sky. I love you for 24 hours. We need to be more than we can be. Now more than ever, we need the Jedi. Runs through office wall. More than a feeling. That was a very interesting film. I highly recommend it. I think everybody should see it that hasn't seen it. How am I doing for time, Chad?
If you want to read a couple more, you're more than welcome to. And that sounds like that's the first film that can make a Boston song interesting. Again.
Yeah, there are a few of them, I would say. All right, I got one or two more. This is fairly recent. This is from this year. It was written on a friend of mine's birthday. So it's called R.A.'s Birthday, 1962. That's when he was born. Sipping coffee in Springfield, New Hampshire, after a snowstorm of 15 inches and 35 to 65 mile per hour winds. So quiet, peaceful, serene. Skipped group meditating this morning, solo meditating like all mornings, awoke to someone. I won't skip this part. I didn't mean to go there. Had to go pee. Who was that in that dream? Oh, this isn't the one I want to read. This one's a little too much. There's too much going on in this one. Wait a minute. I take it back.
We can do a take back.
We're not doing that one. Kids, maybe I'll let you check it out later, but it's appropriate because this is when I lost my eyesight back. My sight was taken away by high blood sugar. The endocrinologist and 3 eye specialists said, yet what was left was a way to see colors, synesthesia, and the inability to see detail up close had increased far vision. So this was a very disconcerting time for me, even more than not really walking properly, or sight for me is a very important thing. And I used to pride myself in seeing great details. But when my blood sugar went so high, it was over 1,000. And if any of you know anything about blood sugar, you know that when it gets up above 200, they worry about you. So mine was over 1,000, and it messed up my sight. But it's coming back, folks, and I'm learning how to see differently. So this is the final one that I'll go to. And again, like I said, I don't have any of my finished pieces close by. I don't know why, but so I'm reading you bits and pieces from things that some I've never read before. This is from May of this year. I have the strength of Jesus, Muhammad, and Buddha. Although the sadness and loss is overwhelming, I've invested too many prayers, too much cooperation, and too little pity for myself not to verify through meditation and introspection. The karmic value of Sankofa to go back and get it, stop it, Trust and choose your battles. Have compassion and use the truth from the Buddha's mouth. Sweetheart hidden in the mystery of winter. Balanced ancestor angel guiding the footsteps between birth and death. Summer wedding with hatred. The enemy's time is up. Set, the loyal wife, gave birth to Heru. Even the Pope's life ends. The hermit dreams of the stars, seated on the Himalayas in a cave, winter always turning to spring. So be brave in October when you are trying to win the fall harvest. And with that, I close. So I don't know if anybody has any questions or comments, but they're welcome.
Lovely reading.
Oh, go on,
Absolutely
Rich.
lovely.
Thank you.
May I ask
Thank
you to crack the deck? See what card pops up?
Oh, look at you. My daughter's going to bow out. Yes, thank you for coming, sweetheart. Let me go and get that deck. I will do that for you.
While she's grabbing the cards, give it up. Put your hands together 50, 60 times for Nina. Thank you for that fantastic experience.
Oh, you're welcome, Chad. Welcome, everybody.
Anytime you'd like a reading, Nina, just let me know.
Oh.
Glad to swap you, okay?
Oh, indeed, indeed. Tell me your name again.
My name's Rick Spizak.
Rick
I'm a poet,
Spizak.
multimedia producer, and a sincere student of divination.
As am I.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so.
So you see what was pulled?
What'd you pull? Unfortunately, the video is not showing. Just tell us what the card is.
It's the hanged one or the
the
hanged man.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So if anybody, I don't know if anybody else is involved with tarot at all, but it's the number on it is number 12, and that's a number of creativity. And it's also an opportunity to be contemplative. You know, if you look at this hanged man, where is he? I don't know if you can see him.
Yeah, the camera's tricky with that stuff.
If you back it up a little bit, I think it'll be fine.
See right here.
Good job, LaNegra.
Thank you, Compy. This is one of my grandsons and my daughter. You know, I got 2 daughters and 3 grandsons. The hangman has a nimbus around his head, which means that he's in touch with spirit, and he's hung from a tree upside down. So there's supposedly he's there by choice so that he can be contemplative about his life. But sometimes the hangman's not there by choice. And if you know anything about mythology, Odin was also, you help me out, Rick. Odin was hung from a tree upside down. So
and how appropriate an initiate like yourself to share her wisdom with us. Thank you, my dear. An honor to hear you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nina. And I have I'll be including with the photo tomorrow post of Post Stone Soup. I'll be also including the PayPal information. So if you guys want to donate, but I have also included it within the chat as I'm doing.
Thank you.
I included it a third time. So if there is any way you guys can make a donation, I highly hope you do so. And can't wait to see what work comes next. I'll start sending you invitations. Nina, you're welcome back anytime you'd like, whether to listen, to share, or if you want to be a Stone Soup extra for the Stone Soup player cold.
much fun. I really got a kick out of that.
That's the sad secret of most poets. Most of us want to direct, even though
Uh-huh.
even if we don't know anything about it. Me, I want to be a
Uh,
voice actor for the Dragon Ball Z cartoons. So we all have
oh,
we all have our things.
you can do it, Chad. You can do it, man. I mean, I've done. It's hard to believe with the sound of my voice right now, but I've done voiceover, directing, and all that. You can do all of it, you know. But you just got to put the time in.
We will all dare to dream thanks to you.
Yes, and I will too. Thanks to you.
Well, thank you again for coming. This was well worth the wait since I booked this back in February.
That's hard to believe.
Probably the longest booking I've like the longest ahead, furthest ahead booking I've done since I've been able to
I
online.
know. I should have
Usually,
been more prepared, I think. But and found
we
those.
enjoyed what
Maybe they. Hmm?
we enjoyed everything you did.
Oh, thank you, Chad. You're very gracious. I think my other work disappeared, so I would dig a little deeper.
Well, as I said, you're welcome to come back anytime
Thank you.
to share again. And I hope everyone comes back multiple times this summer. Where this is an ongoing coping mechanism of the world around us, and it's highly recommended. Check out stonesoupoetry.blogspot.com for future dates. Check out the Stone Soup Facebook group. Check out oddballmagazine.com, which is an outlet for many a Stone Soup poet here. Some more regular contributors than others, but all are welcome. And next week, we celebrate July 4th with Jackie Chow, who has been a longtime contributor to the open mic since our online days, and it'll be great to have her back. And of course, we have MP Carver on the 16th, and more people coming. We're starting to drop off, so it's time to do the obligatory wave. Silent E, sorry we didn't reach you. Sorry you didn't get to stay on. We will catch you next time. And it can be like this every week, people. All we need is you. Keep on coming back. And more cornyisms will be said by me. We'll see you next week. Take care of yourself. Take care of someone else, and good luck to you. Or as a cartoon of a problematic creator once said, "The show's over. We see you next time."